UberQuell. That means freedom. Do you want some freedom? You need a beer in your life. Let's get ready to rock. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're reviewing another beer from this month's Beer52 Oktoberfest box, and this one in a striking bottle with lots of sort of swirly pink and purples with this big nice yellow lettering is called a Palim Palim Pale Ale, and this is from UberQuell, which is the brewery, and they're based in Hamburg. And as I said in the intro, UberQuell means freedom. So how many of these do we need to drink to get our freedom? It's an English pale ale, so it's not something that you would necessarily expect to come out of Germany, but I love the artwork on that. It's really nice and striking. And I don't know if you remember the unboxing I was reading from here, and you know, it's saying here that we're getting. It's obviously it's an English pale ale, so it's on that sort of tradition, but it's saying it's got those sort of flavours of oranges and berries and toffee, which to me seems quite interesting. I wonder if we're going to get those flavours. So let's get this beer out of the bottle. There's the bottle top, if anyone's interested. Obviously the UberQuell logo there. And let's get it, see what, I'm not even sure what sort of colour, what sort of, I mean, it's quite dark, so I think, you know, those orange sort of, I mean, that is beautiful. It's a very sort of golden orange, and it almost like cinder toffee really in terms of the colouring. We've got one finger just off white head there. Looks fabulous in the glass. Let's just sort of top it up. I mean, when you pour it, it looks really thick and it looks like orange juice, so I think that is a beautiful looking beer. That's a tremendous looking beer. Let's get some aromas though, shall we? There's definitely oranges, but really juicy sort of tangerines, satsumas, that sort of orange. And there's a little bit of grapefruit in there as well. And there's a sweetness. And the sweetness is almost like honey. That is what the sweetness is. It's almost like that sort of honey, oranges and honey. Oh, it smells really, really nice. And I'm looking at this I'm looking at myself in the camera here, and I'm looking at the beer, and it looks absolutely beautiful. It is like maybe honey. So without further ado, let's try it, shall we? Cheers, everyone. That is good. It's very sort of light and quite high on the carbonation, which sometimes can ruin it, but that carbonation does shoot that flavours around. You're getting a very sort of juicy, orangey sort of blood orange, tangerines, almost to the point where the orange is going into that sharpness of grapefruit. But there's this underlying sweetness that runs through it, a sort of malty sweetness that almost gives it like a marmalade sort of flavour. And the honey, you're getting those flavours of honey. And you know, I know there's a lot of Belgian beers that can have that sort of honey sort of flavour in it, but this is it's not overpowering, it's quite refreshing. I'm still amazed at how good it looks. It's really nice and light. There's a little bit of bitterness, but that's sort of an orange marmalade bitterness. And then there's this whoosh of sweetness as well, just to sort of calm down that bitterness, not to make it too bitter. I don't think I've had a drink like this, certainly not a pale ale. This is quite unique, but it is absolutely beautiful. It is a stunning beer. I'd almost go as far as say it's probably the best beer from Beer52 that I've ever had. That's how good it is. I'm going to sit and savour this for a few minutes while I work out the scores. But I think we're going to get some good ones today. Let's get some scores. The scores are in for this striking UberQuell Palim Palim Pale Ale, and it's coming in at 5.3%. I don't think I said that in the original in the beginning. This is a great beer from Beer52. It really does do something a bit different. Aromas. I mean, the aromas are nice. There's a real strong sort of orange and grapefruit sort of smells. They're the real sort of fruity sort of aromas that you're getting there. And there's a sweetness of honey that runs through that as well. And I'm giving it a 13 out of 20 because it's a lovely aroma. Appearance. I think this is an absolutely stunning looking beer. I don't know if you know the camera can really pick out how beautiful, sort of like a cinder toffee orange that is, but it is absolutely beautiful. I'm giving it a top mark 10 out of 10 for appearance. Flavour. I'm going to have another drink of it. It's a nice, real orange and sweet satsumas and fleshy blood orange with a subtleness of grapefruit, pink grapefruit. And then there's an element of sweetness. When the grapefruit, this is the flavours that you get. You get that big burst of orange. You think very orangey on the front end. Then it sort of, as it sort of settles down in your mouth, and it's quite, the carbonation is quite high, so the flavours zing around your mouth quite quickly. You get that level of, it comes back into a sort of slight bitterness, which you would associate with that sort of grapefruit, pink grapefruit, normal grapefruit, all the sort of, you know, the flesh and the biff and everything in there. And then just before it gets too bitter, you've got this sweetness, this honey sweetness that sort of runs through it, and it is absolutely beautiful. It really is lovely and well banded. Sort of the way that it works together, the sensations that you get as you drink it is really nice. I'm giving it a 35 out of 40 for flavour. Value for money, well, again, it's a free. You pay £3 for a bottle. Well, you'd pay a lot more for that in a pub, obviously. But £3 I think is not too bad. But I'm still giving it the Beer52 7 out of 10 for value, because it's only a 330ml bottle. And then overall experience, well, I love this because it's so different. And if you said, oh, it's going to be orangey and it's going to have sweetness of honey, you know, it may put me off, but it just really works. The balance is absolutely spot on. So I'm giving it 15 out of 20 for my overall experience. We top those scores up and we get a damn good 80. Now, for a Beer52, that's a pretty good score. 80 out of 100. Hits into the original and heavy metal, best heavy metal band, Iron Maiden. It's a damn good song. Flight of Icarus, this is what this is. If you see this one, this is great. This is not the sort of normal traditional beer that you would see probably in the beer halls of Munich and the like, but it's a lovely little pale ale, Palim Palim. Keep an eye out for it. I wonder if I'm trying to think whether we've got another one by this brewery, but this so far. This is the best beer that I've had from Beer52. Really, really good. Give it a try. Until the next video. Oh, and don't forget, if you comment and like on this video, you'll be in for a chance to win a golden ticket, and you'll be get 8 beers. 8 beers like this. Can you really not take up that chance? All you've got to do is like this video and put a comment in below. We've got 8 videos for the whole of the Beer52 Oktoberfest box. Comment on all of them. You've got 8 chances to win. 8 times more chances to win, shall I say. So, let's see your comments down below. Until the next one, keep on rocking.